Hey everybody, and welcome on back to Building with Whip. Today is episode 135. The last two episodes we spent building up this cool boat here. We finished up the entire interior and everything like that. In between episodes, I did go ahead and complete this harbor wall right here, just so we could have more of something to work with and to get a little bit of the grind out of the way. I hope you guys are ready for today's episode, because we're going to be doing a lot more dock building. My plan is to get the whole dock area built for that entire thing, as well as our central area right in here. But I wanted to do a quick recap of last episode, as well as 2 episodes back, I talked about the Spawn Chunks, which is a really cool podcast that a good buddy of mine, Pixel Riffs, does, as well as I was trying to remember the name of the second person when I was talking about it in the comment or in the episode. And one person down in the comments, Jarhead, mentioned that his name was actually Joel. He actually has a YouTube channel now, so I'll go ahead and leave a link to his channel down in the description. If I forget, somebody please yell at me. But yeah, you guys should definitely go check him out. He seems like a great guy. From listening to him on the podcast, I've been loving that podcast, so you guys should definitely go check it out. Last episode, though, we came down here, filled in the rest of the dock, or the boat, and we added full-on sleeping quarters and everything like that, whatever you could need down here. We got all these cool bits and bobs all over, a bunch of storage because it's supposed to be a trade vessel. Back here we got another sleeping quarter. There's enough area for 9 people, including the area in the captain's room, the bed up there for people to sleep on the boat. And then we got more storage in here, a loading and unloading area for getting onto the lower deck easily, and then more storage in the base, and then some gravel on the end to kind of make it seem like it's standing upright. I'm really happy with this guy. I hope you guys enjoyed that build. Still, the second video hasn't come out yet, so I'm pre-recording here a little bit, so I'm sure I'll see what you guys have to say here very, very soon. But anyways, next thing that we're going to be working on, well, for starters, is I want to come and I want to show you guys this thing here for reference. I extended it out so it's a little bit wider than the one we have over on the edge there. I think it makes it look a little bit more natural. We've got a lot of digging done. Previously, this was all up at 1 deep water. Now it's all the way down to 7 deep, so it's the same as that guy over there. And then everything underneath here up until this point is also finished as well. I do need to do the texture variation on the cobblestone parts here, but I figured we could get that done in today's episode somewhere in that mix. I have not dug out this area over here yet, so right now we're going to focus on this stuff. I'll try and get that digging done in between recording clips here, just doing a little bit here and there. Beacon is set up, ready to go. And what I wanted to do was go ahead and kind of have this come up little 1 block high. So we're going to have this area right here being actually at this level itself, kind of going all the way across. And I think that's going to make it look a little bit nicer, just so again, we have some variation. And then over here, we'll drop the wooden part, which we're standing on right here, the wooden dock area. We'll drop that down another block. So that will be at that height for the smaller boats, so that there's a little bit less room to work with, but it'll still look pretty good, I hope. Yeah, so what we want to start with today, though, is I wanted to come out here and build up a middle dock area pylon so that we can help divide this area up and actually get an extra boat or 2 in here. So I wanted to go ahead, take this guy out right here, and basically extend it all the way out to being almost at the end of where this boat is. So if we take this guy all the way out here, I'm thinking it's going to be pretty cool. We can go ahead and kind of create like a rocky pylon out of this lower area for underwater, because you can see we've been doing those detail bits along the side there. I'm thinking about creating this cool rock that comes out underwater, kind of stretching out, and that's why this area came in here, so that it's something that boats wouldn't dock on top of because they'd be running into the rocks and everything, but it's also an area where we can go ahead and add extra little bits of detail underwater, and then that'll allow us to kind of carve out the lower areas on the sides and make this whole area look really, really cool, because we got a lot of detail bits we got to be adding in here, and we got a bunch of stuff that we need to cover. I think that's probably going to be far enough right out there, and we can go ahead and do like 3, so that's 4 and 5. Let me go ahead and get this guy filled in here, guys, and I'll be back with you. All right, welcome back, guys. So we got this one filled in here, ready to go. I put in the wooden pylons on the side too, so that guy's all good. I still need to go ahead and throw trapdoors in there to mix up the texture a little bit, because I think those guys add so much to it. But what I wanted to work with you guys on here now is, sadly, we're going to be tearing this part down here, but we're going to work on creating a rock that I was thinking is going to basically jut on out to about right here, was kind of the general idea, and then we could kind of have it going back this way and reaching out, just basically stretching out to this point to where this pylon here is kind of stuck up over the rock, so we really need to be careful with where the boats are placed in the future so that they're like not brushing up against the rock. But we can go ahead and make this cool rock that'll kind of come up to the surface here, kind of having it all come back into this general area like that type of shape right there. And then I was thinking with the height of it, it's probably gonna be something that's pretty slopey, kind of smoothed out, maybe in areas that'll actually come all the way up to the surface as like a stair or a half slab, just a little bits. Sorry, there's a lot of noise going on outside right now. But yeah, so just little bits like this, kind of poking it up and really bringing it up to the surface in some areas. Then we can go ahead and turn this into like this cool, like dead area. I thought it'd be kind of fun to mess with. On this side, I wanted to note to self, don't record at this time typically unless you really have to. But yeah, okay, so I want to do something like that. And then I was thinking in here, we could kind of have it wind back around the rock itself, just kind of giving it more randomness and variety to it and all that. Maybe we get rid of you and actually do like just like a little slab right there. But yeah, we can have this big old rock structure through here, and I thought it'd be kind of cool. And then this area, because we have that big boat there, I was thinking we could go ahead and like hard bring it out all the way over to here. And then we can go ahead and get rid of you, and I'm gonna bring it kind of all the way back into here like this, and basically have it come up to the point, and it'll kind of be smoothed out to there. Now that you guys kind of got the general idea of what the shape of this thing's gonna be looking like, let me go ahead and get a skeleton in for it and maybe work on some of the slopes and things, and I'll be back with you guys. But I think it'll be a pretty cool rock here, and we're not gonna be working on the rest of this today. I just want to add the rock to it. So we have something that'd be kind of cool and interesting under here. The rest of the combing and destroying of the underground under here to make it smoothed out, we'll get to eventually, but right now I want to focus on that guy and then moving over to this area to getting all of this stuff in. So I'll be back with you guys again in just a few. Welcome back, everybody. I went ahead and got our general layout here in place for what this thing's gonna be looking like, and I think I actually want to go ahead and bring that guy out a little bit right here and just kind of make it look a little bit more rough. But overall, I'm really happy with the shape of the rock. So you can see it's really high built up back there and kind of slopes down, pops back up, cuts down really sharply, and comes back up again all the way out here at the end. And I forgot to put in this little bit of water right there. Perfect. I think this will look pretty cool because we're going to bring these areas down a little bit more, and then obviously let's get out of the kelp. This will turn into more of a sheer cliff drop off face instead of what it is, but that'll be eventually. Right now I think we're pretty good on what this guy is right here and the general idea of what it's going to be looking like. I'll tell you what though, I do have a little bit of kelp on me right now. I want to go ahead and place some kelp in here, and then I do need to go ahead and come back and place in the rest of the good stuff that we can get with like seagrass and all that stuff and make this look really lifelike and alive and all that good stuff that you can going on in here. There were some fish swimming around here earlier. I don't know quite where they went to, but because this isn't a river or an ocean biome in here, we are currently in a plains biome. We do need to go ahead and bucket up some fish. Yeah, those guys were chilling over here like in this area while I was building. I was like, I love this. This is so great. But we do need to go ahead and get some of those guys over here and help them, or have them help us make this area even more interesting with just having some life. So maybe I'll run around and bucket up some of them and drop them in the area and see what we can't do with those and see if they kind of stick around a little bit more. I'll tell you what though, guys, let me go ahead and get all that seagrass placed in, and I'll be back with you and we can start working on that next area. I don't know what it is, guys, but this view right here makes me so happy. I did go ahead and finish grabbing in all the grass and everything like that down here, and it's looking pretty great. And I even went ahead and carried our trapdoor kind of pattern for breaking up the wood, going all the way across this guy to give it some more detail. And then I have been spending a little bit of time working over here, dealing with all this stuff and making sure it looks all pretty. So it's looking pretty good so far. I'm really happy with this one. And I just realized I made a slight mistake. We actually need to get another row of cobblestone on here. But I have a general idea of what I want this kind of general area to be looking like for at least the wall of the dock. And I think we're going to be able to come up with something pretty nice here. So initially I was going to actually do the wall on that level. But we do need to go ahead and actually bring this guy up another one here real fast. And we'll go ahead and just do... We'll go ahead for now. We'll just do that. I think I'll replace those bottoms ones with some stone brick. I just don't have any on me. Maybe let's go see. We got a shulker. We got a shulker right here completely full of the stuff. Yeah, perfect. Cool. I'm running out of ender pearls though, so I do need to run to the end and grab some because we do have like 6 or 7 chests, double chests there that we leave open just for excess ender pearl storage and things like that, just for when they pop up. But yeah, we can go ahead. I'll just show you guys a little bit of a trial run here of what I'm thinking, but I was thinking we could go ahead and basically bring this stuff along here. And I was thinking more or less we can create a cap. we can create a cap along here. So we have this flat wall, and then we put an accent bit at the top of a different, much lighter color, and I think that'll really help it out. So we go 1, 2, 3, and this one's on 5, so we're actually just going to do this on 3. So we do 1, 2, 3, and then a big one, and 1, 2, 3, and a big one, and 1, 2, and 3, and then a big one, and 1, 2, 3, and then we can bring that guy down here, and that, and I want to see what this guy's going to be looking like. We are going to be putting a skinny little walkway here right along this point, right like this. For the corner, we will go ahead and round it out a bit, but I think it's gonna be resting. Actually, no, I want to go ahead and drop this down. That's right. No, there's gonna be a big boat against the side. Maybe we do want to bring it out to, we'll have this go back to 3 wide. We can do 3 wide on this one, but I think that'll be totally okay because that gives us a little bit of a lip for above here, and then that'll be easy for giving us kind of an area where we can break it up pretty quickly if we need to. And let's go ahead and do that guy, and we can jump down here and just bring this straight up to the top, and that should be a good little area to turn the corner. And we can have this bottom part right here be on 5 wide, and then they'll kind of look a little bit more natural and everything. But yeah, I'm thinking a line right like that across the top, so it's just a little bit of a lip protecting from the background area, because we are going to have our floor, remember, at this point right here. I think that's going to be pretty good. I'll tell you guys what, I'm going to go ahead and get this side here kind of lined up like that, and then I'm actually going to go ahead and see how much digging I can possibly get done in this area so we can get that work going on this guy, because I would love to have kind of the general docks of everything lined up here and ready to go, or at least this whole area over here is going to be pretty much finished up. I'll be back with you guys as soon as I can. Hey everybody, and welcome on back. I got a lot of stuff to show y'all. We've been doing a lot of work. It's been quite a few hours since the last time I met up with you guys. Everything over here is pretty much finished. Honestly, I can't remember where we left off. I think I was putting the caps onto this stuff. But yeah, this whole side over here, that texture variation is in. All that stuff down there is good. I still need to do this side itself, but I'll do that later on. The big thing that I've been working on is this section right here. This thing actually is going to be holding some buildings on it here in the end. I did go ahead and kind of get everything laid out here, placing all of our blocks down and everything like that, and it's looking pretty solid. I'm still working on this area out here because I need to go ahead and fill in the rest of that. Basically what I did was I took a layer of dirt, smoothed it out all underneath, and then I'm coming back with a bunch of gravel, cobblestone, and stone brick. Beyond that though, I came through here and have been starting working on this little section. So this is kind of the height of our docks over here. You'll see this one is actually 1 block lower. The other ones are up at that high because we're going to have smaller boats over here. So I figured we could have a lower down dock, and I think it would make sense. And then on top of that, one, our beacon is taken down because all of the mining we're going to be doing for quite some time is totally finished up. As you can see here, there's no blocks in this area. All of this was actually up at this high right here, and it's all been taken down. All the water has been filled in. We're ready to go. This guy out here, I'm still working on. I need to come back in and fill up that side apparently, but basically it's just going to be a big open area of water in here that, I don't know, we could turn this into like a farm or something. If you guys have ideas of something, that we could hide down here, let me know. Maybe like a kelp farm or something like that. It would fit pretty perfectly in there. But yeah, so we got all this stuff ready to go. I decided I'm not even going to touch what's over here right now because we've just done so much on this end. But originally I was like, oh, we'll go ahead and get all the harbor walls done all the way out through here to basically the point where I don't know where that's going to be going. But we're going to hold off on that one. I actually don't even know what I want to be doing on this end right now. I just kind of set it up so it'd be the same as that guy down there. But who knows? We'll see what happens here. We have a lot of stuff complete though. What I'm working on now that I just kind of want to give you guys an update on was that I'm filling in the upper area, and then I'm going to be coming back and filling in kind of these stairs and all that stuff down here. And Koda got a toy. So I'll tell you guys what, I'm going to go ahead and finish up this stuff up here, and then I'll bring you guys back in once we got basically the whole U shape here filled in for this wood stuff, for what that's going to be looking like. And then we'll come back in and kind of plan out the little dock jutting out point. So I'll be back with you guys soon. All right, everybody, after yet another hour plus of the grind, I'm finally happy to bring you guys back in. I am very, very happy with the progress we've been making. So these docks are in place, and I got all this stuff done. Now that we have all of this in place though, I think it's time that we start slowing things down a little bit. We've been doing all this huge, I was gonna say big, huge, so huge. We've been doing all these huge progress updates throughout this thing. We've gotten so much stuff done, and I feel like it's all been a whirlwind. For you guys, probably it's been like, wait, what happened? This happened? Oh my God, that thing's there? Oh, that's all there? Where did all this stuff come from? So we're going to slow this down a little bit, and I want to bring you guys in here to do this. I do need to go ahead and bring our spruce trapdoors and scatter these around this area to mix up the wood a little bit. But I was thinking if we can come ahead and bring this guy out right here, that gives us just about enough space to put a small little boat in there. Then if we skip over, I turned these into 3 wide here to give us a few more little pylon areas to go out from. If we can do this guy right here too, that's going to give us another space right here for a boat and right here for a boat. So these are basically all supposed to be the little tiny fishing boats. And even in here, we could almost do 2. We could do one like right here, then a staggered one a little bit farther back, depending on how far out we make these guys. So I was thinking we could take, for now, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. I was thinking 13 out would be a good number right there. And then we can go ahead and jump over to the far side over here and kind of do that same thing. So we have these guys right here. These ones are going to be for a little bit bigger boats, so I want to give them a little bit larger spaces. The docks are 4 wide to account for that, at least the pylons that we'll be sending out there. So you can see that's 4 wide and that's 4 wide. We got a lot more space in between them, so we can do 2 big boats right in here, another bigger boat right in there, and another one over on the far side that'd be kind of be able to be beaten up by the waves a little bit more. So we got 1, 2, 3, we got 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. And I think that gives us a good amount of space in the middle there that'd make it so like a boat could kind of positions its way to get in and out of this area. And then if we go ahead and jump on up to this area, I didn't do the texture variation or anything on this guy yet. I just kind of got them in place there so we could have something to go off of. But anyways, let's do this guy. Yeah, that's definitely enough space. That is perfect. I can't wait for this area to be finished up. Not even with the boats in here, just with like all the terraforming done. So it's looking more like that stuff over there. We won't get to that today. But man, guys, I'm super excited for where this thing's going to go. I'll tell you what, though. Let me go ahead and get these docks in place because we got that right there. I just got to widen them out. And then I'll go ahead and get the spruce trapdoors thrown around here for a little bit of variation. And then I'm thinking that'll be a good point to end the episode off. Oh, excuse me, guys. I think that'll be a good point to end the episode off. So let me get this stuff done and I'll be back with y'all. All right, everybody, welcome on back. So I got the docks in place. We got our trapdoors scattered around this whole place, just breaking up the texture here a little bit. I love the look of it when you're kind of far away. It gives us a few different darker splashes of color all over the place. I think on your guys' end, it's going to look a little deteriorated or a little like stretched because there's so much detail in the trapdoors compared to the spruce logs or the spruce slabs, but I really like this one. I'm really happy with the overall result we have going on here. Anyways, though, I think it's gonna be time to end this episode off. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this one, and we got our comment or question of the day here ready to go after we grab this slab. Real quick, gotta make sure we save all these guys. There's another one right there. Now, where did I put the nearest ladder to get out of here? There's not really round in this area, but there's a lot of slabs, so we do need to go ahead and get up with these guys. Where did I put that? I swear I put one. You know what? We're putting one right there. There's another ladder to get out of here. I've been adding ladders just kind of as I get stuck in or fall in. I'm like, you know what? We need a ladder around here. There's nothing anywhere nearby. All right, let's eat some chicken, and then it's comment or question of the day time. Comment or question of the day today comes from Tagish. They're saying, I think in one of your next episodes doing the port city, you should add the map you drew up for the plan of it. For those not in your Discord, it'll give them a good idea of the grand plan, I guess. Maybe it's just me because I love fantasy maps, but it gets me more invested in the project. So to help with that one, I'll go ahead and add that map on the screen right here, right now. And you guys will be able to see on there the general plan that we have going on. We have this big old port city in this area that we're working on, that we've been making a lot of progress on. This map is very old from before we've done any work on it. You can see the general plan. It's going to be adjusted as we go. But if you guys have ideas on how we can change it, feel free to take that down. Photoshop over the top of it, edit up the image as much as you want. Give me another plan, give me some ideas, suggestions, all that type of stuff, whatever you guys want to be changing. I'm all ears. There's not a whole lot of planning done on it, but just kind of the general idea for now. I figured I'd be updating it in the very near future and kind of as we're getting these base lines in here for the harbor area. If you guys want to be seeing more stuff along the lines of actually creating the map, let me know. I'd be happy to do an episode of kind of talking about how planning works for me on a very, very large grand scale. We can jump over into Photoshop and mess around with that guy for a little while. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy that one. Please hit the like button if you did enjoy this episode. Please hit the subscribe button if you're new, and I will catch you on the flip side.